Hey, welcome back, everyone. Remember, we were talking about this on Friday as we saw that first beam go up for the Seattle Ferris wheel down there on Pier 57. Well, look at that now. Progress being made. Should be up and running in circles July 4th. Can't wait for that.
All right, all aboard. The 2012 cruise season is pulling up to the dock here in Seattle. Cruise operators and local businesses are anticipating another ship-shape year here in the Emerald City. Did you see it? The first cruise ship of the season docked along the Seattle waterfront Sunday. Holland America's Oosterdam pulled out a few hours later, loaded with passengers headed for Alaska. The Seattle Convention and Visitors Bureau says each cruise ship brings $2.1 million into the region and employs more than 4,300 workers. 202 sailings are scheduled this year. That's a windfall of $420 million the big boats bring in. 7 different cruise lines will welcome several 100,000 passengers along the Seattle waterfront between now and early fall. And joining me now to share more on the growth of the industry in Seattle is Holland America Line CEO Stein Kruse, whose U.S. office is right down the street. Stein, welcome.
Thank you, Brad. Good morning.
Kicking off the new season, already here already.
Summertime.
Keeping us busy. You know, as the biggest operator, you have 3 cruise ships that will cruise out of Alaska, to Alaska this season out of Pier 91. How did Seattle develop into such a big port for the cruise line?
It's quite remarkable how quickly that has happened. It's really in 10 years, it's gone from virtually no guests traveling out of Seattle to now nearly 1 million people will sail out of Seattle to Alaska predominantly. And it came about because the ships got bigger, the ships got faster, and we were able to reach Alaska on a 7-day turnaround voyage from Seattle.
It's a pretty dramatic growth when you look at any industry to all of a sudden grow from nothing to that big. So now you compete with 6 other cruise lines here, including Disney this year. What do you have to offer to stay competitive now that everybody's in this game here out of Seattle?
Well, we are Seattle's hometown cruise line. We are headquartered here. We have 1,300 people that work here. And it was a great celebration yesterday for the Oosterdam coming back from her deployment to the Caribbean this winter to sail into Seattle and have our people in the office greet our colleagues on board.
You know, I think a lot of people still wonder, are you still feeling the effects of the recession with discretionary income spending for travel like that, or does it feel that we're over the hump here?
I think we're over the hump to a great extent, but you're right. You used the word discretionary spending. Every dollar spent on a cruise is a dollar that isn't spent on something else. We like it that way, of course, but we realize that we have to deliver real value for the prices that people pay.
And I know you guys really put that out there. You know, but speaking of that, I can only imagine your day at work when you hear about the Costa Concordia flipping over there in Italian waters and the horror stories that came out of that. How does that impact the cruise industry? And how do you play through that when that's getting so much attention?
That's a great question. It's a tragic accident. It was one of those low probability, high consequence incidents. There will be a lot of lessons learned from it. During the time when it happened and the news media was really focused on it, there was clearly a pull down of demand. We respected that. We cut back on our marketing efforts. Use the word over the hump. I think we're over the hump of that too. People again recognize that fundamentally cruise industry is very safe. We understand that safety is our priority. It's our job one. Safety is not something you finish. Safety is a continuous journey. There'll be lessons learned from this, and we will get through this.
And quickly, where does the cruise business go from here in Seattle for Holland America?
I think where we are today, between 800,000 and 1 million passengers into and out of Seattle, and the economic vitality that brings, is about the level it will stay at for the foreseeable future. It's somewhat dependent on the upstream availability of ports in Alaska.
All right. Okay, we're out of time. Stein, thank you, though.
Brad,
appreciate you coming in here,
you.
kicking off the cruise season here and what passengers can expect here. So, Peggy, we're off and running with another cruise season here and a busy one here in Seattle.
All right, sounds like it.